Hey guys, Brian from TennisMindCamp.com with another Tennis Mind tip. Now in a previous video, I mentioned how bringing the aggression when you're down is an extremely powerful strategy and can be a great way in pulling you out of a mental hole. But if you try to do it too much in the wrong situation or go into overload with its usage, that is an ill-advised decision and unfortunately one of today's players' most detrimental mistakes. Okay? By trying to use it too often, and pound every ball that comes your way, sure, you'll feel confident in that burst of adrenaline in the moment, but let me tell you, that feeling will quickly tank from you putting yourself in too many unfavorable situations and accumulating too many unforced errors. Okay, so let's get into this tip to make sure this doesn't happen to you in your next match, and you know just how much aggression you bring. All right?
Set up before the kill and give your ground strokes more impact. Now, like I said in the intro, you don't want to go for the winner or the all-out kill shot on every stroke. Why? Well, your game can take on two terrible traits that just may ruin your winning chances completely. That's why. Okay, so let's identify those traits and figure out how to keep those from happening to your game, shall we? The first trait your game can take on is fatigue feedback. You see, going quote-unquote all in on your shot requires a substantial amount of energy, much more than if you were hitting a much milder shot in an average baseline rally. Okay, and this leaves you with a lot less energy to use on your next shot and in future games as well. Oh, and get this, it isn't just an arm thing. For every shot you hit, your whole body is engaged. Arms, legs, knees, torso, head, shoulders, toes, wrists, and mind. And each time you really push it, the more your entire body takes a hit. So with that said, if this strategy is attempted in great numbers, over and over and over again, you simply won't have much left in the tank if the match goes into extra innings, so to speak. Okay, you'll simply be too exhausted to keep going. And it won't matter how badly you want that win either, or if you have the momentum in your favor or not. If your body can't go anymore, the party's over. You don't want that. You want to make your opponent earn everything. Don't give him anything for free. The second unwanted characteristic your game can take on is that of predictability. Yeah, predictability sucks. Okay, this is one of the most damaging labels in tennis. As a result of your uncontrolled aggression, your opponent will be given the chance to settle in, okay, and get comfortable. Too comfortable. Why? Because you won't be forcing him to adjust. That's why. And with no variable or variety involved, he won't have to think. He'll know what you're going to attack him with beforehand. And what that means is that he'll already be prepared and know exactly what part of the court to cover, how fast he needs to be, how much pace he has to generate to get off a solid shot, and he'll already have figured out where you're going to recover to, etc. Among a host of other things. So what all of that is saying is that he'll be even further ahead of you on your next shot, something that can turn into a circle of terror pretty quick. Bottom line, your shots, even your best shots, will have much less impact. So, what was once your bread and butter game, now just turned into your day-old Brussels sprouts. Yuck, if you're not careful. And that can greatly affect your confidence level, thrusting it into a downward spiral before you can snap your fingers. So, we know how terrible these traits are. Now, how do you avoid these two negatives? Well, you've got to set up. You've got to set yourself up to make the big play. And in order to do that, you have to change your mindset or mental state to that of a chess player or a championship level boxer instead of the Incredible Hulk. Don't set your sights solely on smacking the winner. Okay? Just go firm and secure. Okay? Mixing it up with some flat shots, some topspin shots, slice shots, and even sneak in a few drop shots every now and then. Bring him up. Okay, now once you've mixed it up, then what do? You play a neutral game, or you box your opponent. No, you don't need to run around the side of the court and punch your opponent in the face. That's not what I mean. You wait. Okay? You wait until you see you've got your opponent in a defensive position or on the ropes, so to speak. Then that's where you can load up, strike, and really let him have it. All right, it's the same thing in boxing. You don't want to approach the fight looking for the knockout blow in round one, okay, or with every punch. A great example, look at one of the greatest fighters in the world today, Manny Pacquiao. In his recent bout against Puerto Rican-born Miguel Cotto, he really worked Cotto laterally, side to side, up and back, until he could find or generate that key opening to really unload on it. That's important, because even though Pacquiao has the power to knock his opponent out with one punch, he would jab him, okay, a few times into the body, just to get a better feel for his opponent and what his possible responses and counterattacks might be. Okay, then he'll hit him with a couple upstairs. He would go in, then fade back and retreat, assess the situation, and then he'd move in again to regain the role of the aggressor, with the hopes of landing a killer power shot every once in a while. Okay, so keep your aggression in check and only use it when you feel and see the time is right. This will help you, 1, conserve energy, and 2, keep your opponent honest, so he doesn't end up beating you to your own punch. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you liked this tip, you thought it was helpful, leave me a comment down below, or if you have a question, do the same. I'd love to get your opinion and your insight. Oh, and remember, head to tennismindcamp.com/blog for even more tips and tricks. Alright, have a great day and an even better game.